the toilet. Now, back to our show.
Well, I did get you in a compromising position. Well, they like to get you there, smile in your face. Yeah, the face is so cute when they got you in bad condition. Well, I think it's a total disgrace. And that's right, the torture, always wins.
I fought the law, and the law won.
Authority always wins. I just like singing everything like Paul Williams now.
Melonhead is 62 today.
John Cougar Melonhead.
We used to like to say that on rock radio.
Ah.
Here's some John Melonhead. 62, huh?
62?
Yep.
Damn.
Fox News started on this day back in, let me do the math, 1996, I think.
Faux news.
The faux news.
Faux news. Boy.
Speaking of faux news, the Fox affiliate, which is different from Fox News, which is kind of strange to me, right? You got Fox and their affiliates, then you got Fox News.
Right.
Fox and Philly. I guess Jimmy had a little fun with this, huh?
Oh, yeah. She was very, very irritating.
I only saw the tweet when I woke up this morning. It all went down, what, last night?
Yeah, at one point she tweeted...
Let's explain to the people here, please.
something... I'll actually give you the exact tweet here, if I can go back on my Twitter feed. Sam, do you have that? The exact tweet. This woman...
She wrote, thought Breaking Bad was hot last Sunday at Fox 29 Philly. See who's breaking bad in Southwest Philly, leaving 6 people shot tonight at 10.
This cunt was using a real shooting, a ham-handed fucking pop culture reference to sell a real shooting story.
She tried to shoehorn it in and use Breaking Bad.
Are you finally over that Breaking Bad crap?
Once the show's end, I'm done.
You're done, right? That was a stupid show. All right, anyway.
Yeah, once, you know, Sopranos lost, all that. It's over, it's over.
So I gave her the business.
Wait, I want to read it again. Thought Breaking Bad was hot last Sunday. Fox 29 Philly. See who's breaking bad in Southwest Philly, leaving 6 people shot tonight at 10.
But then look at how she backtracks. This is why she's fucking really irritating.
Right.
Thank God there's no, I mean,
you know our listeners have more followers than a news broad in Philly?
Yeah.
How pathetic is that?
She wrote last tweet. First of all, she's a moron. She wrote last tweet, not at all a joke, meaning not at all. Very real life drama was the point, as opposed
no, it wasn't.
Bullshit.
Shut up.
to one that end on TV.
I don't think she was joking. I don't think she was trying to be funny. I think she was trying to just use a clever tie to promote her fucking twat network.
Yeah.
She wasn't making fun of it, but that's sickening.
And those teases don't work. They all, we all know now that a big story in your town, excuse me, the big 3 news channels are going to cover it almost exactly the same.
Mm-hmm.
We all know that now. There's nothing special about any of these fucking news channels.
Yeah.
It's interesting how the press is not all over this, though. Like, if it was a comic or a radio show said something, every station would be carrying it.
Have to protect their own.
But one of their own fucking tweets something stupid, and they back off.
Yeah.
They're just hateable.
You went after a little bit, Jimmy?
Oh, yeah. And because, again, I don't want to see her get fired, but they're the people that go after us. They're the people that will re-show the clip over and over. Can you believe he said that? Oh, I have a hard time believing that. Where's all the fucking news banter with this one?
They won't even show the whole clip, by the way. They'll find that little piece that makes it way worse and replay that a million times.
Yeah. Where is the...
They're saying she's in hot water. With who? Who's she in hot water with?
Yeah, what? She's taking a bath. She's in hot water. Look out. And
50 shells?
Believe me, 6 people shot in
50 shells?
Really?
How many shooters?
I don't know, but
In front of a deli.
Unlike Breaking Bad, there's no white involved in this one.
How bad was the sandwich in front of a deli? What the hell?
Yeah?
Fuck, what did they get wrong on the sandwich?
I don't know. That's good. Some angry motherfucker. What is it? More black guys fucking slinging lead at each other in another fucking
Southwest Philly.
urban area. Holy Toledo.
Southwest Philly's a bit scary.
It's like this fucking the motorcycle guy that was beating the fucking window with his helmet to break it with that guy that the motorcycle gang was chasing the SUV. And apparently they arraigned this guy, and he's got fucking a hell of a record. Drug charges, gun charges, assault, robbery. Why the fuck is he out? He's a fucking thug criminal.
And then gives everyone the finger, double middle fingers.
Fuck yeah. That's great. Like Lamar.
Like Lamar.
That guy looks scary.
Of course he does.
And he's out.
Not now, he's in jail, right? I think he's in jail now. He was out.
Yeah, he was out.
Oh, you mean why was he out on all that other shit? Is that what you're saying, Ed?
Yeah,
Okay.
Chance. His name is Chance. Well, that's his last name. Insult to injury. This gesture in court. Yeah, he flipped the bird. It emerged. He had faced 25 years in prison earlier this year, but got only community service under a deal approved by Judge Suzanne Mondo.
Yeah.
Probably some liberal ass dumb fuck
exactly.
bitch.
Could get 25 years, gets
Community service.
gets litter duty.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be whatever.
Put him in
How does that make
prison.
sense?
Put him in the prison.
Well, why does the judge who looks like Howard Stern?
Yeah.
She really is an ugly woman. Why is she?
Yeah, Howard is.
How are they not fucking called into a? How do they have to answer for their shit?
It's weird. I mean, if he's facing 25, you can't give him a couple? Wouldn't that be a nice deal?
Judge Suzanne Mondo.
If you were facing 25 years and a judge goes, "Look, I'm only gonna give you 2," you'd be happy.
Yeah.
But it goes all the way down to community service. That's fucked up.
She had granted a no jail plea deal to Reginald Chance here for a previous case. April 26, 2013, charged with drug and gun crimes after allegedly selling cocaine through middleman to an undercover cop in Bed-Stuy. Plea bargain to 1-year conditional discharge on a misdemeanor count of pot possession, along with 20 days of community service for a 6-month suspended and a 6-month suspension of his driver's license. And then June of 95, charged with robbery and an incident in Bed-Stuy. 94, charged with attempted robbery for allegedly using a handgun to demand cash from a victim. He was caught 15 minutes later. Records for the 18 other arrests on charges including armed robbery, weapons possession, and drug possession with intent to sell are sealed.
What a worthless non-contributor.
This guy is a piece of shit who should be just locked away.
Yeah.
Just lock him away so he can't ruin the civilized people's fucking shot at life.
Yeah. Just an absolute non-contributor.
Oh. And there's so many people like this that are out.
Unbelievable.
Then you hear from Reverend Al and stuff, and they'll say that, the incarceration rate is way too high for a black man. And, well, sorry. Look what the fuck you're doing. Jesus. Apparently not high enough. If this guy's out running around. Yeah.
Man, you got all sorts of priors, and you're fucking pulling people out of SUVs.
There's no thought process there. This guy doesn't have a thought process. He doesn't think about consequences or fucking human life or anything. He's fucking.
I don't know.
He's a dumb, selfish asshole.
I don't understand the mindset of people. Like, if I get a speeding ticket, I'm 10-2 for like 6 straight months. I'm
petrified now.
Just from that dumb shit.
Fucking petrified driving.
I take my little chance. I got caught finally, and then I got to go 10-2.
I can't afford another fucking ticket with any points on it.
But this guy has all the priors, and he's taking, like, just assuming that he's in the right in this situation.
Yeah, I'm going to drag this fucking guy out of his car and beat the shit out of him, even though I have fucking gun charges, drug charges.
I don't know how people live their lives
conditional
like
release.
Yeah, I wonder who started the whole incident. Was it the guy driving with his wife and 2-year-old?
Yeah.
Or this guy with the fucking gun and drug? Like, just an animal.
Well, people are
Fucking
trying
animal.
to spin it and say that the SUV guy is the problem.
Yeah,
I
good
cannot.
luck there.
I, for one, cannot possibly see it that way. I can't imagine seeing it that way right now.
No, it definitely looks like.
Knowing that, it's a day where these guys are going to, cause some situations.
Yeah, something tells me this wasn't the only, bad guy in that group of gentlemen on the motorcycles either. I bet if you randomly pulled 10 of them out of there, at least 9 would have fucking some type of record.
And they're saying there were cops now. And how many cops were there? There's a deep cover
There were
narcotics
4
guy.
cops, and I'm not sure of how many were undercover, but they were working this group of guys, this group of motorcycle guys.
Because they've had it.
Infiltrating them and trying to see what their deal is as far as gang activity, drugs, weapons.
Because they do this every year. They've had it. The videos are all over YouTube.
Yeah.
And so finally the NYPD got involved and said, all right, what can we find out about these guys? Enough already.
Yeah.
But were they close to the situation at hand that went down?
I'm not sure
this?
how close they were, but they admitted that they didn't stop it.
So they knew
So
it
I
was
guess
going
they
on?
knew it was going on.
Wow.
And they didn't stop it. I guess they put a couple of them on leave,
Right.
pending an investigation. It is weird if you've been working a fucking undercover gig for a while. You don't want to blow it, I guess,
Yeah.
on,
You have no choice. I mean, there's a biggie.
Maybe you're afraid to blow it there because you're afraid you'll be killed by you're surrounded by 30 guys. But how do you not try to back the guy off?
maybe
somehow?
just step in and go, hey, what the fuck
yeah,
you
dude,
doing,
what are you
man?
doing,
Oh,
man?
be cool.
The cops are coming.
The cops, who I'm not one of, they could show up any minute now. Just
the police,
worst,
who I don't like either, bub.
the worst undercover cop ever. Yeah, I hate those coppers.
Yeah, the damn fuzz might come.
His badge is falling out of his boot.
Exactly. Here's police radio crackling.
Yeah, Double Bird Biker was released by Soft Judge is the headline. Motorcycle, they're calling him.
Motorcycle. I get
Soft judge. Oh, look
Another
at her face.
Soft Judge.
Doesn't she look like a fucking soft, out of touch old lady?
She probably is fucking one of these loves like fucking young black cock. And she fucking, maybe I could get a little in with him.
It's not true.
Oh, what's the matter?
Hey, do you think, or is that the prosecutor? Is that maybe that's not the judge? Maybe it's the prosecutor. She has to okay it, but maybe the prosecutor said this is what we want to do, and she just okays those things.
I don't know. They're pinning it on the judge here. Suzanne Mondo. They have so many liberal fucking judges that let these guys give them chances. Oh, you can go. Oh, we'll put you in a program. We'll do this. Lock them up. Throw away the key, I say.
Want to hear a different angle?
All right.
We do try to get some different angles on. Doesn't sound like it sometimes. but-
Yes, Mr. Chance, you're on the phone.
Mike in Virginia, what's up?
Hey, what's going on? First of all, you guys are 1,000% right. These cocksuckers never should have been out. But if you just take what happened, the guy on the motorcycle that was hit by the SUV is now paralyzed. And I had a friend of mine about 25 years ago that was hit by a car and killed. And when that happened, I'm a fine, upstanding white man and went to Catholic school and the whole bit. But when that happened, all my friends around him ripped the guy out of the car and started pummeling the guy in the car. So it's a very similar reaction, a raw emotional reaction. Now you're right, the guy never should have been out. He's a savage and whatnot. But that raw reaction, I could see why he acted like
Dude, the only reason he ran him over was because the gang had stopped the SUV, and he was panicking and trying to get away from them. It wasn't
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I agree. So I'm talking about the instance when the guy was hit. That when your friend is hit like that, you don't.
Is he hit just driving around, or is he hit being an asshole? Like when your friend got killed, was he just riding and got hit, or was he fucking jamming on the brakes in front of an SUV?
No, he was young. He was walking in the street, and he should have been on a main road, Jericho Turnpike, as a matter of fact. And he was killed there. So he was in the wrong. My friend was wrong because he should have been in the middle of the road.
But there's a difference between walking in the road and menacing people.
Right.
Yeah, they stopped the guy on a highway. Nothing good could come out of that.
If he was in the middle of the road whipping rocks at cars and he got hit, people would be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, fuck him."
No, you're right. I'm not trying to say that these motorcycle guys were right. I'm just trying to say that their raw emotion when it happened, they don't care what caused, when that happens, you don't care what caused the accident, what caused the guy to get hit. You're not thinking, especially these people, these savages, they're not thinking about, oh my God, he stopped short in front of the SUV, so he was in the wrong, so I'm not going to beat the shit out of him.
Well, they're going to have to, they're
hold
going to
on,
have to
man.
answer for that.
Hold on. This guy wants in badly. Josh, you're on with Mike. Go ahead, Josh.
The guy that got paralyzed is not the guy that gave the SUV the brake job. The guy that got paralyzed was the one helping him pick up the bike. So he was just out there helping him. But on another note, that guy that gave the two birds, he's a real upstanding citizen. He's a father of 6. Been out of work since 2011, so how is he affording that bike? That's what I want to know.
Well, and by the way, the guy helping pull the bike out, whoever it was, he was with those guys, and the guy was panicking and driving away. He wasn't not like he was fucking aiming for him. He's just driving away with his family, being surrounded by these fucking animals.
Exactly.
They are fucking animals. They just need to be just wiped off the face of the earth. It's fucking annoying.
Yeah.
Run him over with the truck I'm driving.
All right.
I agree with pretty much all of that.
All right. Thank you, guys. I got to let you go. Thank you. We
Thank
go
you,
to
buddy.
Dave in Atlanta. Dave, go ahead. You're a biker. What's up?
Yeah, and whether the guy should have been out of jail or not, I mean, that's a whole other issue. But when you watch the original video from the beginning, like the full 9-minute one or whatever, you see that guy doing a brake check. I mean, he's riding right in front of the car, keeps slowing down, and all the guy did was clip his back tire and put him down. That guy would have walked away from that. I've crashed on a racetrack. I've crashed on the street. He didn't go down that hard, and he caused it. I mean, if you're in front of a car, you're going to lose the battle against a car every friggin' time. So doing a brake check to a car, you're a retard for doing that.
Yeah.
Everybody then surrounding the guy. If I was surrounded, I'm not racist and stuff, but if I got 30 angry or 50 angry black bikers surrounding my car and yelling at me to get out,
Yeah.
In Atlanta here, I'd be firing in self-defense at that point, probably as soon as someone tries to open the car door.
Dude, fucking 50 white guys on bikes, I would be. 50 anything on bikes. 50 lesbians on motorcycles. Anything on 50 on a motorcycle would scare me.
50 of anything.
Yeah, 50 of anything is frightening.
Not lipstick lesbians. I mean, if it's the ugly ones, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah,
But still.
remember that?
I don't see that guy when the guy's always got his 2 bikes in front of him, but he's got 50 bikes to the side and behind.
Yeah.
That guy had no way out. He had nowhere to go but forward. And if I had a wife and a kid in the car, I'm not sticking around to see what happens and see if these guys are gonna, just talk it out. You gun it and hope for the best. I think
Exactly.
At that point. Jimmy's right. He panicked.
Yeah, put yourself in that situation. I mean, honestly, think of how you would react in that situation with the actual, fear that guy must have had. Yeah, jam on the fucking gas. Get the fuck out of there. Use that vehicle.
And they, I mean, what he should have done, I mean, I say it's easy to say, is started doing that S pattern, weaving back and forth on the fucking road, but he had his fucking tires slashed. Now, I've heard, someone told me that he had hit one of them before any of that video started. But again, what were they doing before that he hit them? Was he at fault? This before the video.
There's a full length video, and you'll see
Okay.
the first guy that got hit, which was where they stopped before he then gunned it and drove over a couple of the bikes and guys. There was a guy that was right in front of him that kept.
Yeah, we saw
No,
that.
I don't mean that guy, dude. I don't mean that guy. I know which guy you mean.
okay.
I don't mean that. Someone told me that like on 150 something street, he had, somewhere on one of the side streets that there had been an incident, and that was why. But again, I want to know what was happening before that, because those guys, were they surrounding him first, or were they just driving, and was he a careless idiot who merged without looking?
What do you mean there was an incident on 155th Street?
That's what I'm talking about. There
That was prior? Because this is the West Side Highway,
Yeah,
so that's way before 155.
Right, I don't know
He was
if-
heading up that way.
It was somewhere on a side street was what someone
Okay.
told me, that there was something that happened. Go ahead.
One of the news reports also had, they said that those guys, they typically do this. They slow down traffic to a crawl. They had a couple guys ahead closing off, kind of blocking exits or entrance ramps onto the highway so they could sit there and do wheelies and stunts and basically just take over the road,
Yeah.
like thugs will do.
Drag race.
They on the road. And so that, that's what they were trying to do, was stop the traffic so that they had the whole road to themselves to just, goof around and be idiots. and so that's why they were trying to stop him. It wasn't trying to stop him specifically. It just happened that they were trying to stop all the traffic, and that guy braked too hard, and he got clipped.
Fuck him.
Well, whatever. I mean, I don't know what. I had heard there was something else, so it'll all come out, I'm sure.
Yeah, just more thugs.
Hey, Jimmy,
more thuggery.
When you come into Atlanta next, I've seen you at the Punchline a few times. I always love the show.
Thank you, buddy. I don't know. I don't have any Atlanta plans. I'm just working on material now, so hopefully early in the new year.
Yeah, so relax.
Yeah. I'll be in the ATL again.
All right,
Yeah.
Atlanta. Thank you, sir.
Did you hear about that the story about that guy who had that? I guess he was 16 months old or something. That kid that was shot. That he was in the stroller, and the father was pushing him in the stroller, and he got shot.
Yes.
Well, that father was just arrested for robbery with his brother on a subway. Gunpoint, fucking stole some guy's watch and phone and shit. He just has his fucking.
Wait, what story is this? This was the gang-related shooting.
Yeah,
or
the
something,
shooting. He
and
got his kid named. His kid's name was Antique.
And the kid ended up getting shot in the
Shot and
drive-by
killed.
or whatever, right?
And they said that he was the intended target, the
Right.
father.
And they didn't understand why this went down and all that, and why
Yeah.
he was targeted.
And the father
I
wouldn't
remember
help
the
the
story.
cops at
Sure.
all.
Okay.
Yeah, father wouldn't help the cops, and now he was arrested for robbery. It's just this fucking mentality that has to something has to be done. How the fuck the kid, it was in September. It was last month he loses his fucking kid to a fucking bullet in the head. And then he's just out robbing still. Another useless piece of shit burden that should just be locked up or eliminated. Ugh. Disgusting. Oh my God. Could be a paradise. Paradise!
Jesus. Oh my God. I don't know if the world's ready for more Kumias.
Oh, please. That'd be a wonderful world.
Clone the Kumias.
Ah, clone me.
Kumi is not ready for another Kumi.
No, I don't think you can handle another one of you
Cat.
even. Right.
A cat. Yeah. And then my brother and sister came over yesterday with their kids, and oh my God, I was feeling a little hungover, and man, kids don't shut up. Wow, are they fucking loud?
You're not kidding.
Wow, they're screaming, running around. Even my brother was just like, all right, enough.
Were you cranky?
No, I was just laying there like, oh, God, do they ever shut the fuck up? Poor Beavis is running around. They're chasing him, picking him up constantly. Oh, my God.
Are you worried?
You poor little Beav alone. Yeah, who knows? They're going to come up. The cat's not moving anymore. No, fucking, they're dumb kids. What do they know?
We threw the cat down the steps. He's sleeping.
Yeah. Right. Or they fucking take him into the theater and go to put the seats back and crush his little head. Like, there's so many pitfalls.
You got to lock him up.
Yeah. Well, I'll lock him up and he cries. So I make sure he's with me. I don't let him go downstairs with the kids alone like that, not in the theater.
A lot of parents stop drinking because kids don't understand hangovers. You know that, right?
Fuck that.
If you're a parent trying to do the right thing, you really stop drinking because you know you have to be up at fucking 6 a.m. with that horrible hangover.
Fuck that.
So it makes a lot of parents stop drinking for a while.
Just got to a kid would be handy if you could just open a can of food and throw it in a bowl on the floor. That's the only responsibility I want.
Which is weird because the kids could drive you to drink. So it's like this weird.
Oof.
It's a weird balancing act, man.
Yeah.
I was having a few on Saturday, and then I was thinking, you know what? These kids are going to be up at 6. So I just stopped. I'm like, I can't do this.
Oof.
I can't be,
that's just
hungover with 4 or 5 hours sleep.
Do you get zooted?
No zooted.
Zooted.
No zooted. Oh, we got the Philly story.
What?
There was another piece to that. This isn't the tease, right?
No, this is just this story that I just figured just for some context.
And what were some of your tweets about this yesterday, Jimmy? Because people said they were pretty funny and on point at the same time.
I was just using other tragedies to tie into kind of like pop culture references.
Are you just doing what she was doing?
Yes. Exactly what I was doing. That's exactly what I was doing. Thank you, Twitter person. I was doing that.
Twitter person.
Just things like I tweeted her and I wrote, like, do you think the King of Prussia Mall has long lines? Wait till we tell you what happened in Kenya tonight at 10.
Wow.
Yeah, things like that. Things like that.
Yeah.
That's to make the example of what a piggish thing she did to promote the news that way.
Pretty damn similar.
Yeah.
So the tweet once again, because people might be tuning in, it's out of Philly. News lady goes, thought Breaking Bad was hot last Sunday. Fox 29 Philly, that's the Twitter account, at Fox 29 Philly. See who's Breaking Bad in Southwest Philly, leaving 6 people shot. Tonight at 10. That was Fox 29 anchor Joyce Evans. And here's the actual news story from Philly.
First at 10 tonight, a developing story in Philadelphia's King Sessing neighborhood. A shooting kills one person and sends 5 others to the hospital, and we're told one is not doing well. Good evening, everybody. I'm Joyce Evans. Now, police are still piecing together clues at this hour. It all went down just after 8 o'clock tonight. Fox 29's Dave Kenshin is live near the scene with the very latest on this. A horrible night out there, Dave. What went down?
Yeah, Joyce, it really is. Police are saying they've never seen anything like this before. Police out of the 12th District in the King Sessing neighborhood is where we are, and we can tell you that police are telling us this went down in an ambush-style attack. Let me step out of the way. You can see police still on the scene right here. We know one person is dead. One is in critical condition at an area hospital. 4 others in stable condition also at area hospitals.
Yeah, but that's the pop culture. But boy, fucking, Tosh does a rape joke in a comedy club, and there's not even audio of it, and they cannot get enough talking about it. Where's the press talking about this? They're fucking hateable.
It's par for the course, as they say.
Yeah.
They will never fucking rail on their own.
And they're so not used to being called out. This is the beauty of attacking them. They're not used to it.
No.
They're just radio people are used to it.
And she instantly got all defensive, huh? Hey, you missed my point.
I'm making a point.
Oh, sure you are. That's a typical way to, like, backtrack.
Right.
No.
Are you Joyce?
That's Kramer up on stage going, see, words. These are all words. Like he finally realized what he did and was trying to get out of it. Yeah.
Was it Joyce? There you go.
6 people shot, and people just don't even fucking... You'll never hear about it again. You'll never hear about it. Chicago, it's just... We need a dialogue. We need to open a dialogue about... No, you don't. You need to start racking some head. Martial law!
Who's he?
We love just avoiding problems by...
Oh, God.
Just saying bullshit like...
We need to
open a dialogue.
Open dialogue.
Yuck.
We need to allocate more resources to the areas in need. What does that mean? How about allocate more fucking people with guns to eliminate the problem?
Get some of those robots we just saw on CNN.
Oh, the running robot.
You have those
machine guns on them.
You have some of those walking around those neighborhoods. Holy shit. People will stay indoors.
Man, that thing just turning a corner out of an alley.
Right, because most people won't even know what the fuck it is.
What the fuck is that? Starts galloping after you.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
I wonder if we'll get to a point where those things are just wandering around.
Little RoboCop.
To keep everyone behaving. Yeah, of course, like RoboCop.
Looking for me.
That thing
Citizen.
And they made it look like it had, like, fucking big fucking muscles.
Yeah.
Leg muscles.
It looks like some kind of fucking bovine thing.
They made it try to look impressive.
Yeah.
That's next. That's fucking next, man.
Next, they're doing it in, where was that? Afghanistan or?
Yeah, I think so.
It just follows a soldier so it's some nice little GPS thing on him.
Yeah.
Says, all right, wherever I fucking go, you go, but stay 10 feet behind me.
And then you could just fucking...
So I bet you as soon as you stop, that thing stops. That would be cool as shit. How do we get one of those?
If you feel like you're being stalked all the time, though.
I feel like something's following me.
Can we get one for the day?
Oh, sure.
Where's that video?
They'd be willing to just give it to us.
Why not?
I like those Honda robots that you see at CES and stuff.
Yeah.
They look like they're really moving. They jump and go downstairs.
Yeah, all right.
Pretty cool looking. Yeah, the future. There's a show on Bionic Man coming on Smithsonian, and then another show on flying cars. I love that.
We're never going to get
channel.
flying cars, though.
No. Too much responsibility for people, I think. Maybe in like the year 1 billion.
Why with GPS? Maybe we could figure out some shit that you can't really.
Oh man,
you gotta stay within a certain height or something.
Yeah. That'd be when cars are automatic.
Oh, is that the Bionic Man? He looks silly. He looks flat.
Yeah, why'd they make the head so lifelike and then the body just looks like
a
robot parts?
Yeah, what the fuck?
It's got giant hips.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Oh, great. A birthing.
It does. What the fuck is it? Oh no, they gave the little cat bionic legs.
Aw. Get Beavis bionic legs.
No, he's got fine legs.
Get all rusted out in the pool.
Little Beav. That Smithsonian Channel's great. And then I don't have any trips planned for the future, so I could watch those air crash shows. Those are good, but you got to put a moratorium on those when you're a month out from flying somewhere. You can't watch those shows. I'll watch them all the time. Go, wow, check that out. Something got sucked in the engine. It blew up. It fucking spun in.
Fuck that.
And then it's like, oh, I'm flying somewhere. Yeah, no. I'll DVR that shit.
It just happened recently with a 777 reland in Chicago. Bird strike.
Yeah.
Going to China.
China.